YouTube channel HTML with Adhya. In this video, we'll be talking about HTML quotations. Now, what do we mean by quotations? By quotations, we mean whenever we have to quote something, we put these two apostrophes above and we call them quotations. We're going to learn something related to that in HTML, like how do we quote sentences or quotes in HTML, and we have a way for that. So it's very necessary to learn how we quote sentences, because sometimes, especially people like me, we sometimes like to start our website with a positive quote. Let's suppose if it's a medical website and somebody who is ill is actually looking at your website, so you can put some positive quotes on a way, so it kind of motivates a person who is ill, right? So that's something of something innovative. So if you ever want to use a quote in your HTML, then do watch this video. And even if you don't want to, but this is something necessary, because sometimes you use some content from any other website. So what you do is that you do not it's not done that you don't mention that thing or that source or that person who you do that information from. It's plagiarism. And when you're posting something on Google, you have to be very aware of what you're copying, of what you're taking in, and what if you're putting it in your website, right? So let's begin. So HTML block quote for quotations. So this is the tag we are going to use for quotations. So the HTML block quote element defines a section that is quoted from another source. That means I go to a website and I take something from that website. So I'm going to write it in this element. Okay, so browsers usually indent block quote elements. Now, what do I mean by indent? So over here, now you can see there's some margin given in my text, right? But for quotes, the HTML gives some extra space, and that space is called indent. And that kind of space is a sign of that this particular text is a quote or is something which is taken from some other source. So the person who is viewing your website will have an idea that, okay, this is not this person's idea or something, but it's taken from another source. So let's take an example over here. This is my normal sentence. If I write it in as a paragraph, this is like a quote from WWF's website. For 50 years, WWF has been protecting the future of nature. The world's leading conservation organization, WWF works in 100 countries and is supported by 1.2 million members in the United States and close to 5 million globally. And I have written it in a paragraph tag, so you can see that how normally it's just like normal paragraph, as it should be, because it's a paragraph. HTML doesn't know on its own that, okay, this is not a paragraph, this is a code or something which is taken from another website. So what you have to do is you have to specify it for your HTML browser that, okay, this is not my code, this is from another website. So just make sure that it looks like one. So what do I do here is that, let me give an example. I have block quote size. So first, site over here is my attribute. Attribute is an extra information about my element block quote. Site is http www.worldwidelife.organization by who /index.html. Okay, and because it's a quote, then it's a website, so we write it in a quote and then tag close. Okay, but still the block quote hasn't ended. This is the starting tag, and then attribute is written in it. So now for nearly 60 years I write the same code that I read above, and then I end my code and then I end my tag block quote, and let's see my result. See over here, it's written like a quote, so that the person will know the difference between the normal text and the quoted text, right? So that's what it's trying to explain. Now let's see the next one. HTML for short quotations. So we use this tag for short quotations, which are almost like shorter than one line or are of one line. So this tag defines a short quotation, and browsers normally insert quotation marks around this quotation. Okay, so in this you can see there is no quotation mark, but over here if you can see, WWF's goal is to, and then I start my quotation tag, build a future where people live in harmony with the nature. and then my quotation tag close, and then the paragraph tag close. I can see over here that even when I didn't add my colon, my apostrophe, my quotation marks, it added itself, it added the quotation marks on by itself, right? So the HTML browser adds the quotation marks by itself when you use the Q tag. But when you use the Blockquote tag, it doesn't add the quotation marks by itself. Okay. Now let's come to the next topic, which is HTML ABBR for abbreviations. Abbreviations are like short forms. So let me give you an example. So if it is United States of America, we don't call it United States of America every time. We call it US or USA. For U stands for United, S stands for States, and A stands for America. Let me give you one more example. We have United Arab Emirates. So U stands for United, A stands for Arab, and E stands for Emirates. So like UAE, that's how it's called, UAE. It's not even like, some people don't even know what's the full form of it. Okay, so that's what abbreviation is. And when we use any acronym or any abbreviation, we use the style called ABBR. And marking abbreviations can give useful information to browsers, translation system, and search engines. Okay, now let me give an example of World Health Organization, which is WHO. So what I do is, I first write my paragraph tag, or if you want it as in heading, then you can write the heading tag, and whichever heading you want, whether heading 1, heading 2, or any heading in out of the 6. So I'll say P, then and then the abbreviation, which is WHO for World Health Organization, starts from world over here. It doesn't start from T. So the is gonna be out of the ABBR element. Okay, then the ABBR element starts, and then title is my attribute, equals to in quotation marks, I write my World Health Organization, and then one tag close, which is for the abbreviation title, and then WHO, because it has to be abbreviated, and then my closing tag, which is the ending tag, was started in 1948, and then my result is this, WHO. That's what extra knowledge that, okay, this is the full form of WHO. Okay, now let's come to the next topic, which is HTML address for contact information. So for contact information, we use the element address. So the HTML address tag defines the contact information of the author or the owner of a document or an article. Let's suppose you put some information from another source in your website, and you see that the name of that author, the name of the author of the information or the owner of that information is mentioned, then it's very necessary for you to mention that as well. So if you mention that, then this tag is really important for you to know. Okay, even if when you in your school project, when we make MLA aid, bibliography, or we take some information from any other source, we do all of this, right? So it's same in HTML, there is no difference. Okay, the contact information can be an email address, it can be a URL, physical address, phone number, social media handle, etc., like whatever is given on the website. So the text in the address element usually renders in italic, so that the person who is reading it, it actually catches that person's eye. And the browsers will always add a line break before and after the address element. That means we don't even have to use the break element or the HR element. No element is necessary. It will add space before the this address element and after the address element by itself. Okay, let's try and see how it actually works. Okay, so this is my address tag. I started and I written by John Doe and break, because see, this big space added before and after the element address, but we need to have some space between the lines. That means we want everything in different lines. Just like when we write letters or mail, we write everything in different lines. We don't write everything in the same line, right? So I'm going to use the BR tag. So written by John Doe, BR tag. Visit us at BR tag, example.com BR tag, box 564, Disneyland BR tag, and USA. Let's see the result. It's like this. Because of the BR tag, everything is in different line, and there's space, as you can see over here. Okay, let's remove the HR tag here so that you can actually see how the space is added. So you can see there's extra space added, otherwise it would have been literally just like in the next line of these both. Okay, so you can see everything is in different line. There is space before and after the element, and it's written in italics. That's what we studied in that document. Okay, let me get my HR tag over here. Okay, if you want to learn more about HR and VR tags, check my previous videos. I've explained them like so many times in my previous videos. If you've already watched them, you're lucky. If you haven't, go and watch them, and then you'll also get lucky, right? Let's see what's next. Okay, now HTML site for work title. The HTML site tag defines the title of a creative work. For example, it's a book, it's a poem, it's a song, a movie, a painting, or a sculpture, etc. Note a person's name is not the title of a work. Okay, so title of a work means, let's suppose if I write a poem, okay, and I would really like to insert it on my website, I insert it. So, but it's very necessary for me to enter the name of that poem, right? So I'm gonna write the name of the poem and I'm gonna use the element site. Okay, but if I see that, okay, this the name of that okay, no, let's take another example now. Let's take it's a picture. The picture doesn't have a name, but I really like it and I would love to put it, and I see that the name of the person is given, but there's no information about it's the picture's name is not given. So what I'll do is I'll take the person's name and I will write it using the dress element, but I would never use the site element. The site element is only used to mention the name of that work. The work might be a book, poem, song, movie, painting, sculpture, anything. Okay, now let me give an example over here. Here we have a paragraph, then site, this is my element. The screen, that means the name of the picture, whatever they're trying to say, is the screen, and site close, and then by Edward Munch, painted in 1893. So this is the name of the person who painted it, but because see there's only one line, then we don't really think we have to put the address of it. Okay, you can just write it in like normal words, and let's see what the result is. So you can see it's written in italics. The format, the font size, everything is same as this, but we still are going to use the cite tag because we're citing the name which is giving or mentioning the name of the work title. Okay, let's see what do we have next. Okay, this is the last topic. So HTML video element for bi-directional override. It's nothing, I don't think it's really necessary, but still I thought it's okay to know. Okay, so it writes things from, or like words from right to left. Okay, there's nothing else. I'll show you how. So I'll use this video tag and direction right to left. That means in this RTL is an abbreviation, but we don't really write the abbreviation tag because it's something this HTML browser has. It only it itself has created it, so we don't need to really mention that okay, this is an abbreviation. So we're at RTL, which means right to left, and then this text will be written from right to left, video close, and then my result would be this. Okay, it's written from right to left. Now if I write left to right, it will be like normal text, but if you want to write left to right, then there's no need. You can literally just put the paragraph tag and then continue writing, because the normal handwriting is from left to right? See, this text will be written from left to right. That's it. Left to right, and here we go. See, so it depends. So if you want to go right to left, right, you write RTL. If you want to go left to right, LTR. But if you're going left to right, you don't need to write that because the text automatically goes from left to right in HTML browser. Like this might be useful when you write languages like Arabic, which start from right to left. And if you let's suppose you're working in the Middle East region, then that's probably helpful. So we should not completely ignore that, and that's one of the reasons why I thought to discuss it with you guys in this video. And with this, we come at the end of this video, and it was a really fun thing, learning quotations about learning about quotations in this video, and I hope it went well. You understood everything that we discussed in this video, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, do not forget to like this video, share it with your classmates and friends, they might need it too, and subscribe to my channel. Also, do not forget to comment in the comment section. Tell me whether did you liked my video or not, motivate me, and tell me what video you like next. And also, I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.